What's up, guys? Welcome back. We we are going to jump into a little bit different stuff here. The warning, Mayday in the making, episode 1 intro. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right, guys. Like I said, something a little bit different. This actually, I'm excited for this. This will allow me to understand the warning as a group a little bit more. Not the whole thing, but just give me a little bit more insight on this fantastic trio. So, what I plan on doing, I think there are a total of 6 videos. So, I'm thinking I'll probably do episode 1 and 2. And then in a different video, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6. So, a lot less talking and a lot more watching.
Bien, primero,
We're ready.
el nombre o los nombres individuales de la banda o
No.
Okay.
No,
Hi, we're the warning.
I'm
I'm
Daniela.
Daniela.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Hi, I'm Daniela.
I'm Paulina. I'm Alejandra.
And we are The
The
Warning.
This third album, I can honestly say with a lot of confidence, is that it's the best thing that we've ever done.
The new album, how to describe it? It's The Warning on steroids.
They can all play their instruments like no one I've ever seen. If you listen to this album, you know this is a rock band. It's not a female rock band or a young rock band. This is a rock band.
And this is exactly what I want to see is like, the behind the scenes and how they act outside of performing or in music videos. And I know you guys have been great with the comments. Let me know that, in person or in public, they're absolutely fantastic. Very humble, down to earth ladies. And it's great to see that. It really is. When bands or groups react, to their fans with love and support back, realizing that they wouldn't be there without those fans, and how they show their appreciation it's awesome to see.
And then they brought the demos. I was like, you guys are kidding me. It's like, do you ever write a bad song?
Right.
It's at another level. The Warning at another level.
Working on the album with David and Rick was a little bit nerve-wracking at first because we know what we want to hear.
I was really nervous that David was gonna be like, no, I hate all of this and let's do something different. Like, we were prepared to fight over our songs.
We literally told them, like, we are super picky. Picky.
Peaky. I like that. She should just stick with Peaky. I like that.
We literally told them, like, we are super picky.
You see how far you can push day one. And you started to talk about a song I didn't like. I said, I don't like this song. And I had 3 girls right up in my face together. And they talk in Spanish.
It's somewhere between like the buddy system and gang mentality, in my opinion. They travel in a pack.
Like a gang of lionesses circling the prey.
I think that if we were not sisters, like, this would have fallen apart so quickly.
Having 3 girls.
That's another thing. Being the family is, I believe it makes it stronger. But you probably also bicker a lot more. But no, I mean, I totally agree. Family is definitely important, and I think family-wise, inside of a music group, it would be challenging, but also it would be rewarding. Because they all have that, they know exactly what that goal they want to reach. And I think in the end, all the positive things will outweigh the negative things. So, yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Being amazing, talented musicians at such a young age, and then having those three girls be sisters and so connected, that doesn't happen.
I can't believe that my daughter, like, what moment that happened, how?
Being in a band with your family is great. We experience everything as a family that it'd be weird like to experience it alone and then come to my family like, oh my god, this happened. No, it's like a thing. It happened to all of us. It always happens to all of us.
I'm used to being in a room for 3 months with a band. This instance, I've never experienced before. I've never had the parents in the studio, and then their manager came. Now I've got the guardians. I definitely didn't get to be me because I usually swear like a trooper and say all sorts of inappropriate.
I'm going to turn these closed captions off because it's not. They're actually, majority, if not all of it, is speaking, or not speaking, but it's English. But the closed caption is just not picking up exactly what they're saying correctly.
I definitely didn't get to be me because I usually swear like a trooper and say all sorts of inappropriate things in the studio because nobody's filming me usually. I've never experienced anything like that, and I probably never will again the rest of my career.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you have the warning, that's probably all you'll need ever.
They're going to get where they want to go. They strike me as workaholics, and they're on a mission. I mean, this is their dream, this is their destiny, and they're going to do it.
Their best work yet. And that's not just because they're our daughters.
It's an amazing feeling. A big, big accomplishment for them.
I mean, they've been through David Bendeth boot camp.
Yep. Is it wrong?
Yes! I have never been so on time.
This does sound more like a synth.
Going once, going twice. Die for me.
Wow. What a performance. Beautiful, beautiful. Wonderful.
Do you imagine being lucky enough to actually be there when they're actually working on music, just to get to experience it firsthand and how it came to be? Just, I couldn't imagine that feeling. These guys right here, some of the luckiest sons of bitches I've ever seen.
What a special voice you have. I hold a certain standard to the records I make. Of course, they've almost earned a rite of passage in the sense that they've played on their record everything.
That's all them, They did it, they played it, they killed it.
When we started working with David, we just took it to like a whole new level. And we're so happy with the result. I'm just super, super excited for it to be public and for people to listen to it and hear what people have got to say. Because I am so proud of what we did. So proud.
All right, so that was episode 1. So what I'll do is jump out of this one, and I will be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Part 2. This one is how it all began.
Hello, I am Paulina Villarreal. I am 18 years old. I am the drummer for the band The Warning. My name is Alejandra Villarreal. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico, and I'm the bass player for the band The Warning.
I'm Daniela Villarreal. I am the guitar player and lead singer of The Warning. So The Warning came to be in a very early stage of our lives. We started playing classical piano at a very young age. I think I was 6 and Pau was around 4.
It was a family environment of music.
We started playing the piano when we were very young. We started with like classical music, and then we bought this video game, Rock Band, the Rock Band.
Rock Band.
I think I remember there was a comment mentioning that how it just kind of exploded once they got that video game. It all just came together. So it's crazy to even fathom that a video game having that much influence. And producing stars.
When we bought the game, that was the moment when we were like, hey, we want to do that.
We absolutely loved that video game. We played it all the time. I would just be like jumping around with my guitar. Pat would never let me play the drums because that was her thing and she was super good at it, and I was just like, no.
When we bought the game, I noticed Paulina, and she was like, like with so much coordination, and I told her like, look at Paulina.
But you need to take into account that I was like 6 years old at that time.
Like next week, Paulina was in lessons.
The thing with Dani was she wanted the guitar because of the rock band, but we knew that it was going to be difficult for her because she was 8 years old.
I asked my dad if I could play the guitar, and he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. And he said 6 months. And by the week, I wanted to give up.
But she kept her promise, and by that time, she already started to love.
I was about 3 when we got the rock band, so I didn't actually play. She was a baby. And then basically when we were playing rock band, and I was clapping next to us. I picked the bass when I was about like 6 or 7, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. Don't know what it is, but I want to play it. And when she started playing the bass, we started like thinking like, hey, these instruments, like we can play them together. We were like, oh, these 3 instruments actually make up a band. So we're like, we can start playing together.
We said like, why? We should play something together. And that was it.
God, I'm getting chills just listening to this. Just how it began. Something as simple as a video game to just draw out the talent. I mean, sure, 6, 7, or what was it, 3, 6, and 8. And a video game has inspired kids, children at the time, to take on this challenge. That is fucking amazing. That if that's not being driven, I don't know what is. This is so awesome to see.
Like, why? We should play something together. And that was it.
We had no idea that we were gonna do what we're doing today, like at all.
For us, the decision to upload videos on YouTube was just like, we're gonna send it to our grandparents, the file is too big, let's upload it on YouTube and send them the link.
But suddenly they started getting a lot of attention.
All of a sudden, it exploded.
Our parents really reminded us that like this was for the music, and we could use that to start writing our own music. I think that was something that caused such a huge change in us, from just like, let's play for fun, to like, whoa, we're a band now.
Not everything comes without its sacrifices. It was tons and tons of practice.
Suddenly, you're not just a normal little teenager who goes to school, does her homework. You're playing shows, you're playing in festivals, and you're playing in front of a lot of people. Something that maybe like a lot of people my age take for granted, like going to parties, going to school, even like people who like, oh my god, I need to wake up at like 6 a.m. and go to school every day, was something that like we couldn't do.
And I appreciate the support of my parents and all that they had to go through to get us to this point, because for them, it was just as hard.
As a parent, you never know which one is the right path. We wanted to support them, like any parent, just try to give them what makes them happy.
Exactly, and I did mention that is the support of family is absolutely crucial at times, and this just goes to show it's great to see their parents being so supportive of whatever they may have chosen to do, and that's kind of how I feel with my son. Whatever he chooses to do in his life, I'm going to be there to support him no matter what. As I was saying, he's huge into basketball, so but if he changes his mind, I'm not going to be upset about it, because it's his choice to make eventually. But he just needs the support, and just like these ladies, their family is always going to be there. It's really awesome to see and hear. You know, that family to me is everything as well, and to see it's certainly nice.
We usually compare it what we're doing and what is happening and what could have happened. But as we started playing more shows and as more people started to show up, especially like at an international level, it was like that's where it really settled in. Like, whoa, like this is for real. We are so grateful that we have the opportunity to be playing these shows, working this way, writing music. Like all these opportunities don't happen to a lot of people.
Thanks to all of that and all the sacrifice that we put through as a team, and not only us but our parents and our management, everyone is just so incredible, and I'm very grateful not only that we did it but that we were able to overcome it.
Ooh, okay.
If we weren't in a band,
If we were in music in general, because we always get out of that question like, oh, it would be a song right now. Like, what would you do out of music?
Honestly, I think I would be a teacher.
A teacher.
A teacher.
No, you would be such a good boss.
You'd be a.
I would like to write. Yeah, I'd be a good
You
writer.
would be a writer.
I would have to do
Definitely.
something creatively. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like a job office.
I honestly have no idea.
I think you
Something,
would be a
something.
good model.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not really good at posing, but you know, you could work. I could work on that.
All right, guys. So that was my reaction to the first two episodes of the Warning, Mayday in the Making. Absolutely one I wanted to see, and it's great to, like I said, finally have a better understanding of what's of what's kind of what kickstarted it, and it was all a video game. I mean, of course, there was much more than that, but you know what I mean. It's certainly nice to see their personalities and kind of get to know them better outside of like I said, just seeing them on stage or in a music video. So this is awesome. I mean, I kid you not, this is awesome to see. I enjoy this thoroughly. So that will do it for me on the first two. Like I said, I'll do 3 and 4 together, and then 5 and 6 together. But yes, I will be doing these pretty much, back to back to back, meaning for the next couple days. So this is a quick series. Unfortunately, I wish it was longer, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But these all three of them absolutely amazing, and I'm excited to definitely see the rest of the videos. So stay tuned for the rest of the reactions to those videos. If you're new, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share. Also, if you have your own suggestions, leave them down below. I'll do my best to get to them as soon as possible. So I will see you guys very soon on the next one. All right, guys, take care. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So I've decided to switch it up just a tiny bit. I'm actually going to do the first 3 episodes in one video, and then the last 3 in one video. That way I can kind of condense them so that it's not too many videos to have to, I guess, sit through. So this will be part 3, chapter 3 of Mayday in the Making, the process.
Describe each other. Okay, let's do Pal first.
Creative.
Outspoken.
She's a spark,
She can also be a bit loud,
the life of the party.
energetic.
A great drummer, great singer.
She really drives what's happening.
She goes completely on that.
Her dad is that was a perfect way of describing Pal. She's just.
She really drives what's happening.
She goes completely on passion.
Pal is such a fan of music.
Drummer, singer, writer, composer.
Alpha, right in your face.
But she's so lovable.
I'm gonna take everything as a compliment. You.
How would I describe myself though?
LA is so humble and so talented. She's technically incredible.
She can hang with the best of them.
Very bold.
She's observant and very persistent.
You are scary at times, but that is very useful.
Yo, Allie with the eye rolls. She's the most reserved, but to be honest, she may be the most animated.
You.
Danny, you're very organized.
older sister, protector. The same as she asks of herself, which is a lot, she asks of the team.
Discipline, persistent.
She's a sweetheart.
She's honestly super nice. Like, I don't know how she does it.
She's the heart.
Very, very passionate.
She's a boss.
Danny is a powerhouse front woman.
I mean, she's
I agree with that. That from what I've seen, just that Danny's presence, like in the videos, same with Powell and then Allie. It just, but there's something about Danny is when I'm watching her live or on a video or something like that. I've said it before. She's just the aggression, like not aggression, but like the determination in her face, the will, the want to, the determination. It's outstanding. I'm almost lost for words. I can't even describe this woman because she's that good, that amazing. That Powell and Allie are the same way, but Danny, just there's maybe it's because she's the lead singer. She just it's more ferocious at times. When she's singing or kind of getting low with the vocals. Like we're gonna be heard and you're gonna listen. That's kind of what I get from it, and that's what I love is just that punch you in the fucking face type of attitude.
is up there with the top voices of female rockers.
The beacon of light in the darkness.
Oh my god, thank you guys.
See?
So nice.
And I'm scary.
But just like right now, it's just it's almost like a different persona, and it's perfect on stage. You just kill it, just absolutely kill it on stage, and then just like we're seeing now, we get to see how sweet they are and how how they are outside of, I guess, making the music, so to say.
Jumping from covers to like writing our own music I think it came very naturally.
Pao has been writing songs since she was like, I don't know, maybe even 5. We will be like, I don't know, making lemonade. She was like, making lemonade.
We started writing as like a little experiment, and our first EP was basically those little experiments.
Our main focus for writing is rock and roll, but that doesn't mean that we don't listen or learn from any other genres.
I listen to a lot of K-pop, and I also listen to a lot of Japanese rock since it's so different.
Allie just brought up something awesome. When I started doing the reactions, I never opened. I never had I guess coming into this with exactly what I wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to react to music because music is such a huge part, not only my life but just everybody. It can be, and the roads I've been led down when I was first starting out was into K-pop and listening to Blackpink, XG, and I still react to those as well. I still watch everything I can, because that's kind of what got me started, and then slowly it progressively got into Japanese like heavy metal or rock, and that is a different fucking monster. And I tell you what, I've never had my mind explode so many different times. There's so much talent out there, and before, like I said, before doing this, I didn't have I wasn't closed-minded. It's just I wasn't aware of all the talent that was out there. So when I started going down these rabbit holes, that everybody led me to, it just, I can't get enough. I mean, so many Japanese rock bands, and it doesn't need to be all female-led bands either. Even though that's pretty much, it's weird because I gravitate towards the all-female bands, in the Japanese rock, and same with the Warning here. It's never in 1,000 years I thought I'd be doing it, but I love it. I absolutely am in love with it, and the more I explore and the more I find out, the more I become hooked. So it's funny to hear that, she kind of dabbles into the K-pop a little bit in the Japanese rock scene. So that's freaking awesome.
I listen to a lot of classical music. I listen to a lot of alternative music. I listen to a lot of K-pop.
I love rock and roll for its energy, and I wouldn't change that for our band. But it's great also to learn from all the different types of music that there's all around the world.
Good. I really liked it. The chorus is really good, and I think that one of the best things about this is that you put really quick melodies that go up and down very quickly, and in like Korean language, like that works so well because they have like so many like syllables.
Creatively, it's all them. The way they work is they start writing and composing, and then they get together, then they rehearse, and they don't show us anything.
As for what we speak about in our songs, well, most of the times they come from Pau's brain, and we're just like, that's genius, and we kind of tweak it out and make the song appropriate to that feeling that we're talking about.
So I usually just sit on the piano and I just play something until something comes out. And then I show Danny and Ali the song. I try to pitch it as best as I can. So they're like, oh my God, that's a great song, let's work on it.
Pau's the one who has like that muscle, that creativity to just like create little words out of nowhere.
We start working on it. We start adding the drums, the guitars, the bass, and we're all very involved in that process.
And it's really fun because I know I play the bass, but I don't do my bass parts alone. Like, Paul helps me and Danny helps me, and it's the same for the drums, the vocals, and the guitars.
Since we are very, very opinionated, we like to be in each and every part of the process. So we're doing bass lines, we're all there. Each second is important.
We're all very involved in every part of the process, which I think makes every song unique, and it sounds like us.
Honestly, we get along so well, but the only moments where we have like fights is when we're writing, because we have such different opinions about what a song should be. It's up to votes. 2 people, you win.
We work really, really well because we have this honest.
And I agree with that. I think being that they're family, it makes it a tighter bond. Also, it could be, like they were just saying, the bickering back and forth, it could be a little bit deeper. But I think being that, 3 sisters working together would certainly outweigh, 3 friends growing up, throughout the years. That, family is huge. And I think they all can envision the end goal. So I think that's one thing they can all agree on. But yeah, I mean, it's going to happen. Family, it doesn't matter if you're family or friends, bickering and trying to decide. But yeah, I can see
honesty to our communication.
We do have like that clear line between like bandmates and sisters. You need to look at it as like what's best for the band, and not like, oh my God, like you're turning your back on me, like I'm your sister. No, like we're working.
Seeing them in the studio interact as bandmates and as sisters was really cool. It's just such a deeper level of connection. They know exactly what
it's like I almost wrote this.
they need to do to support each other in all situations. When someone's cutting a vocal, when someone's cutting a guitar, like if it's going well or if there's hesitation, there's just like that sister connection was so cool to see that level of support.
They're sisters. I don't know.
The other thing real quick is I think if it was, like with them, it's family. I mean, sometimes bands kind of have their own rifts within, the bands, and they get fired from the band or, they leave. With the family aspect, it would be kind of tough. I mean, you could do it, absolutely, but you're still going to be family. So that would be a tricky one right there. That would be a tricky one. I mean, I guess you would really have to piss off your siblings in order for them to leave a band that they're in with you. But I'm not saying that would ever happen with these girls. I'm just saying in a general aspect, it just, I wonder if it's ever happened. Not with them, but just like in general, like if there have been bands that have been family members and, they split because of differences in the general idea of where they wanted to go and what it kind of caused, like a family riff, you know what I mean? It would be, I think it would be a little bit tougher than, just what happened with Slipknot the other day. The drummer, I can't remember if they said he left or if he got fired. I didn't watch the interview that he had, so it's something I'll probably have to check out later on. But family, it can be a huge benefit, but it can also be a huge, not a problem, but it can lead to something worse, I guess, in the end. If one does ever leave, you always need family. So that's how I look at it.
I don't know how else to put it. It's like obvious that they're sisters, that they have each other's back, they finish each other's sentences, or they say the same thing at the same time.
When you're in a band, it's like you can break up. If this band were to disband, like, they're still gonna be sisters. And no matter how heated or, you know, how big of a deal any of this is to any of us, I don't think it's...
Holy shit! I'm just, you know what? I think I'm just gonna stop, like, stopping the video and saying exactly what they're about to say. It's like almost I scripted this, almost like I wrote this.
More important than their family to them.
I'm so glad that we started writing our own music, because there's like nothing that I love more.
That's what we like doing the most, you know, inspiring people with our own music.
And I have found out that my comfort zone is writing from the heart. It's literally, if I'm feeling a very strong emotion, the song comes out.
All right, episode 3, the process. So, like I said, I decided to combine the first 3, and then I will go ahead and do the next 3, and they will be all together in one, or like 1 through 3 in one video, and then 4 through 6 in the rest, or something like that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. I will get to the to episode 4, 5, and 6, and I will see you guys soon again. All right, thank you guys.